Okay, we're recording.
Okay, awesome. Hey guys. Okay, so I'm super excited to have you guys on here. You've heard us talk a little bit about Teamzy on our team page. It's something that Jenny actually introduced me to about 3 weeks ago, I believe. And so I started using Teamzy. It'll be 2 weeks on Saturday, 2 or 3 weeks on Saturday. And I've been in the business for 4.5 years, and it's something that I've always struggled with on following up, keeping up with my leads, having some sort of organization and not just being a hot mess that has 10 different notebooks with names written all over the place. And so Jenny told me about this awesome program. Who Eric is the developer, he's the CEO of it, and he hopped on tonight to help kind of train you guys and tell you guys what it's about. But I've been using it now, and just since I started using it, I've now signed 7 loyal customers and 2 distributors just in the last less than 2 weeks, you guys. It's just crazy. But what it has also done, I reached out to Eric shortly after I started using it. I had a customer that I signed 4.5 years ago, and their name popped up on my Teamzy saying, like, hey, reach out to her. So I went to our old messages. You guys, I had not talked to her since the day I signed her as a customer 4.5 years ago. And I wanted to puke. Like, my heart just sank. And so I ended up just writing on her page. I was like, hey girl, I was just thinking about you today. And I just wanted to say hi and hope you're doing well. And she said, oh my gosh, you made my day. Thank you so much. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I've not talked to her in 4.5 years and she's my customer. So what I will say is that this program is like changing, just it's giving me direction of where to go and where to focus my time and organization. So Eric, thank you so much. And I'm so excited for people to see the background side of things, and you to kind of tell them how they can use it to get started and see if they want to use it too. So I think it's amazing.
Awesome. Well, thank you. That's a really cool introduction and pretty awesome. Did you say 7 customers and 2 distributors in just under 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think Saturday will be 2 weeks. So yeah, like 10 days or something.
That's great. Yeah, that's beautiful. So I'm going to mute you guys real quick. I'll mute everybody. You are muted. Just for distraction, if you feel the spirit move and want to talk, just unmute, click on the little microphone and say something. But I will do a Q&A at the end, guys. I promise we'll do a Q&A at the end. Okay, so my name's Eric Johnson. I am the creator and CEO of Teamzy. Very excited to be here. Teamzy is a website. It's a software program that you guys can use to manage your business. And Ashley kind of mentioned it a little bit. But here's what I want to do. I'm going to show it to you guys tonight. I'm actually going to show you how to set it up, which is pretty easy. And I will show you how you can easily connect with 20 people every day in 30 minutes or less. Okay? I'm going to show you guys how to do that with Teamzy. How to start current conversations with those people, how to invite them to learn more about the business, how to follow up like a pro, and take them all the way through the process, tracked in Teamzy as you go. Okay, but before I jump into that, and then we'll do a Q&A at the end. Before I jump into that, though, I want to teach you a little bit about the philosophy and the system Teamzy is built on. Okay, it's built on a philosophy and a system and a way of doing business, which is actually very different and very countercultural against the way most trainings in network marketing go. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a little bit about that, what's called relationship marketing, and then we'll dive into Teamzy. Okay, so bear with me. All right, let's just jump in here. Okay. Next time I come to your team, though, I do want to see the wrap, Ashley. All right, so you guys see my presentation. Great. This is what I want to talk to you about first, how to leverage relationship marketing to become a power hour boss. This is one of our hashtags, so you can feel free to use it. After you guys jump into your free trial of Teamzy, I'll show you how you can get it for 30 days for free. You can start putting this on things because this is how you're going to feel. You're going to feel like a power hour boss at the end of this. Okay. A little bit about my backstory. I come from the background of professional business coaching and consulting. That's been my job for 16 years. I help people build their business. That's just my passion. I love doing it. And I stumbled into network marketing kind of by accident. How many of you guys stumbled into it by accident? It's so funny because Ashley shared a little bit of her story with me the other night, and it's a lot like mine. I wasn't really interested in doing this business, and I had to be pursued a long time to get into it. But once I did see the opportunity, I realized that I could do it. I looked at it and said, this is something I could do. Sky's the limit on what I could achieve. And so I started thinking like a business coach, which is what my career was. How would I coach myself to build this business? Well, the first thing I thought was I need to find tools that leverage my time. How many of you guys just don't have enough time to do all this stuff, or it feels that way? So I needed a professional tool that would help me leverage my time. Long story short, there was nothing out there that either fit our industry, was easy to use, right? They were all overcomplicated and annoying and ugly. And ugly is important. I mean, that is not ugly, right? Also, none of them were built on building relationships. They were all kind of built on this go for no philosophy, this idea that if you just proposition enough people, you'll get some yeses. And I will share with you guys, if any of you guys have felt like that approach doesn't sit well with you, there is a better way to do it, and I'll teach it as we go tonight, okay? So it didn't exist, so we built it. That's kind of why Teamzy exists. We started out with the Beachbody Network, which is where I was at that time, and we've now expanded into 42 or 43 networks now and growing. We're pretty new to ItWorks. Really excited to be with you guys because I know with your culture and who you guys are, it's going to take off for you. Okay, so let's jump in. I think I figured out why I'm having these technical problems. It's because I got to use my mouse pad. Okay, here we go. Here we go. What is relationship marketing? What is relationship marketing? How many of you guys have heard the term relationship marketing? Yeah, it's being used a lot. It's kind of turning into a buzzword. I want to make sure that I explain what it is and what it isn't. Relationship marketing is not selling things to people you know. How many of you thought that's what relationship marketing described? Relationship marketing is not selling things to people you know. Okay? Relationship marketing is not singing kumbaya and hugging on people, but not actually closing any sales, right? That's not relationship marketing either. Relationship marketing is where you actually focus on building relationships. That's the centerpiece of your business. It's the opposite. Make sense? We're focusing on relationships, not selling things to people we know. Okay, but let me explain this first concept to you guys, because I want you to have a mindset shift right at the beginning of our call tonight. Relationship marketing is a lead generation system. It's a lead generation system. That's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. Why am I telling you this? Because you need to know this. Your business is not marketing, wraps or keto coffee or all the great products that you guys have. That's not your business. Your business is lead generation. You're in the lead generation business. And you have to get this mindset shift at the beginning. And I know you guys know about income producing activities and things like that. But the bottom line is this. No matter how busy you are in your business, if you don't do the activities that generate new leads for you, then you did not work on your business today. Does that make sense? And you need to have that mindset shift at the get-go. Now, here's the good news. I'm going to make this part of the business so fun for you. By the end of this call, you're going to be so excited about it. I can't even tell you how many messages I get every day telling me, this is amazing. I'm having so much fun. I'm in love with my business again. And I hope that happens for every single one of you guys this week. Okay. So here's another principle that I want you to get, and that's this. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. So we're in the lead generation business. We need to meet new people so we can what? Sell them? Recruit them? No. So we can develop and deepen relationships with them. That's the duty. If you focus on meeting people and developing relationships with them, your business will consistently grow and it will outpace the people who aren't focused on this. I'll show you guys how as we go. What we do with relationships is we turn them into advocates. We turn them into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. We turn relationships into advocates by investing time and providing outstanding service. I want you guys to know that if you meet a new person that you can friend on Facebook or Instagram or something, that it has absolutely no interest in your business or your products, you just hit a home run. Because this system will turn them into an advocate over time. And every time you meet somebody new, it's a home run. I'll show you guys as we go. I'm so excited. I'm like 2 minutes into it. I'm super excited for you guys. Okay, let's keep going. Next principle. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Okay, another way to say this is, if you're a jerk, this ain't gonna work. Okay, how many of you guys have come across somebody in this business who's maybe not the most trustworthy person? Anybody? A few here and there? Or maybe before you even got into this, maybe you took a long time to join the business for this reason, because somebody kind of approached you in an icky way in the past, and it made you untrusting of network marketing in general, right? Relationship marketing depends on trust. This is going to flip the whole industry on its head as more and more of us approach it this way. Trust makes the work fun. If somebody trusts you even just a little tiny bit, you don't have to convince them, you don't have to sell them, you can just get right to helping them. How many of you guys have experienced this with somebody who's just said, what do I need? Help me. It's so much fun. Also, it takes away the icky feeling. The icky salesperson feeling that you guys are so how many of you guys are paranoid about being the icky salesperson? Yeah, and you feel like maybe it holds you back in this business. I'm going to tell you that right now that is a good thing. It is actually going to be, it's actually going to be a value add for you, because if you focus on building trust, then you don't have to worry about ever feeling icky or coming across icky. And also you get to go for yes. You get to go for yes instead of the go for no philosophy where you're asking people, hey, would you look at this, or are you interested in this? And they say no, and you throw them over your shoulder like a dead body and move on, fracturing and damaging relationships along the way. No way. With relationship marketing, we go for yes. All we're doing is making people's day, helping them, focusing on them. And over time, we generate way more yeses. And then behind us are relationships that have been improved, not damaged. So how do you build trust? How do you actually build it? I'm going to teach you guys the 4 essential ingredients to building trust. Okay, I'll go through them really quickly, then I'll break them out for you. The first one is chemistry. Chemistry. How many of you guys are surprised you didn't think you were going to be taking notes tonight? Get those pens out. I got a lot of good nuggets for you. Chemistry. I told you, I'm a business consultant. This is what I do. Number 2 is character. Character. Number 3, competence. Competence. Number 4 is consistency. Chemistry, character, competence, consistency. Okay, you get those? All right, let's break these out. Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Okay, chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? I think you guys probably get this one, but let me just say it like this. It's hard to do business with someone you don't like. True? Yes. So you need to find common ground. It's so funny because I see people on social media all day long, and so many people are focused on what's different, how different they are, or you know what I mean? Like they're posting stuff that splits people into camps. Find common ground. Focus on the common ground. Okay? I actually had somebody, okay, this is a little side story. I don't know. Hopefully I don't offend any of you guys. This actually happened to me. Somebody messaged me yesterday and said, I have somebody who wants to join my team who's of a different religion than me. And I don't know, should I be okay with that? And I asked my upline. My upline said, no way, it's going to change the culture of our team. Here's the thing, guys. Somebody actually asked me this. And the reason I bring this up is it's about common ground. It's about common ground. Don't focus on what people are different. Don't focus on, you know what I mean? Where's your common ground? What do you have in common? What help do people need? What do they need to be educated on? Do they need help with their finances? These are all things we have in common, right? So figure out the common ground stuff. Okay, next 2, character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you are relatable. Okay, notice something about my definition of character, please. You don't have it, it's something you do. It's not something you have, it's something you do. This is an action. It's a different training, but love is the same thing. It's not something you have or feel, it's something you do. Character is something you demonstrate. And sometimes we get offended if we feel like our character is being questioned by somebody. And instead of, and I'm the same way, I'm not better, you know, I'm no better than anyone else. I'm the same way, but I have to remind myself, character is something I need to be doing. And if somebody is questioning it, then I'm not demonstrating it well enough. Make sense? Number 3, competence. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Okay, competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. There's 2 pieces to competence in this business. First, I need to know, can you help me with whatever my specific problem is? Do you know your products well enough that you can actually recommend them to me in an appropriate manner? Can you help me with my problem? And number 2, now that I love what you've done for me with the products, are you the person I trust to mentor me in this business? Right? These are important, right? Quick question. How many of you guys have ever been told, okay, first of all, anybody kind of new on the call? Any new-ish people? Any new people? Okay. Have you guys ever been told to just fake it till you make it? If you're new, you guys heard that before? Just fake it till you make it. It's no fun because Ashley knows all my points now because she saw this the other day. Okay, so here's my advice. Don't do that. Don't fake it. Don't teach your team to fake it. Okay? Relationship marketing is based on trust. Anything that you do that violates trust sets back the relationship building process. The truth is you don't need to fake anything because your team is amazing, right? And when you're new, you lean into the competence of your upline. You lean into the competence of your sideline. You lead into the competence of your team. You say, hey, I'm brand new. I'm learning too. But you know what? We're joining together the most amazing team. These people are experts. They know exactly what we need to do. Okay? Teach your team to lean into your competence as they're coming up, and then teach them to do the same with their team. Don't fake it. Okay. Quick principle here that these three are based on, which is this. If somebody's going to do business with you, hold on, let me see if I can get control of I just did the update on my computer recently and I did something wrong. It's never my computer's fault. Do you ever notice we blame it on our computer? It's always, my engineers call it picnic. Have you guys ever heard of the term picnic? It's a technical term. When there's an error message or somebody reports an error, it'll come back to me from my engineer's picnic. That means person in the chair. Picnic, person in the chair. All right, that's me usually. Principle, here's the principle. People only care about three things. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? These might not be a conscious question, but it is something that is a heartfelt question. Does that make sense? And this is the core of a relationship when you're doing business with somebody. I want you guys to know if somebody has objections, the objections could be an ingredient. They could be the cost. They could be anything. Objections come from these three unanswered questions. If there's uncertainty on one of these, they'll raise objections. Okay? So yes, overcome objections, but focus on building trust. Focus on demonstrating your competence and focus on demonstrating your character. Make sense? Okay, number 4, consistency. Oh man. Does anybody get, like, when I say the word consistency, how many of you guys are like, oh, that sounds like work? It's like eating my vegetables, right? Consistency, so much, right? But we know it's so important. Here's the thing. Consistency is huge, and you guys know this. How many of you guys have kids? Most everybody. How important is being consistent at building trust with your children as parents? It's no different. And you guys need to understand this principle. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and they desire it for themselves. There's no better way to build trust. Actually, it's essential to building trust is being consistent. Now I'm just going to share where I got this principle. One of my favorite books. I recommend it to you guys. It's called, I don't know if you can see that. It's called Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion. Here's the title. By Robert Cialdini. Such a great book. Someday he's going to give me royalties for all the people I've told to read that book. But I lifted this from one of the chapters in that book. It's amazing. People, when they see you being consistent, it's attractive. How many of you guys have ever been told by somebody that you're inspiring to them? Have you guys ever heard that? And does it make you wonder, like, what is it about me that's inspiring when I'm just a normal person? I mean, if they only knew the dumb things that you do on a daily basis, right? Yeah. I mean, just to give you an example, right now you guys are like, wow, this guy's really authoritative on building relationships. You need to know that I have been in a pitched battle like Caddyshack for 5 straight nights with a rat that's living in the V8 engine of my Mustang. And I cannot get rid of this. Like, this is my point, right? All of us have weird stuff going on like that, but yet other people find us inspiring. Seriously, I'm going to get that rat tonight. I really hope so. But anyways, I've already repaired the damage 3 times and it just keeps coming back. It's like a robot rat. My point is this. People find you inspiring because they see you doing things consistently. And that is so amazing to them. They see you posting, building your business, doing the things consistently that you're doing, the lifestyle that you're showing. and it blows their minds. They're super inspired by it. The cool thing about being consistent is it not only builds trust, but it attracts people to you. It's like part of your attraction marketing campaign, right? It brings people to your business because they want to be near that. At the same time, you cannot expect people to want to join you if you're not consistent, right? They may say, wow, I love that idea of ItWorks, but I need to find somebody else to mentor me in it. So you need to understand that. So let me just give you guys, as Zig Ziglar used to say, the checkup from the neck up. Are you consistent? How many of you guys are consistent posting on social media daily or pretty regularly? Sharing your story, sharing what you're doing, great. How many of you guys use their products every day? A few. That's good. We got to work on that, Ashley. Product to the product. Okay, so here's the question then. Are you as consistent with your relationships? How many of you guys are consistent with staying in touch with people regularly? And this is what you guys need to know. I mean, you know, posting on social media every day is an essential part of this business, but it's not the same as actually connecting with people, about staying in touch with people. Okay? Here's the principle that I want you guys to get from this slide, which is people won't believe you until they see you. People won't believe you till they see you. If you're on social media and you're describing the amazing life that ItWorks is giving you, and you're inviting people to join you, and I see the posts. You guys do a great job with those. The vast majority of the people who are following you on social media are not responding or commenting, correct? But most of them are watching you. They're watching you like you're a TV show. They don't feel connected to it, but they can't keep their eyes off of it. Because they don't believe you're inviting them personally. They think you're putting on a show for them. Until they hear from you one-on-one, they're not going to understand, especially if they haven't heard from you one-on-one since high school, right? So people won't believe you till they see you. They think it looks cool, but you actually have to build that trust by being in touch with them regularly. You need to understand relationship building is a contact sport. You have to be in regular contact with people if you want a relationship with them. There's no other way to do it. And I understand that your time is scarce. I will show you guys in a second how you can stay in contact with everyone you've ever met regularly in less than an hour a day. I'll show you guys that in a couple minutes, okay? I'll have a couple more slides. Here's another principle that I want you to get. This is my big principle for the day. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships, okay? Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Let me just give you a quick example on this, and then we'll jump into Teamzy. How many of you guys have ever received, hold on, let me just see everybody, make sure people are not hiding behind their cameras. About half and half, not bad, okay. How many of you, it's okay if you're in the dark, like, you know, for example, Lucy, I can see Lucy's like in a very dark room. I can barely see her, but you know what? I can see her when she smiles, and that's all I need. Okay. How many of you guys have ever received a really great card from somebody? Like, you know, for your birthday or anniversary or for no reason at all. And in the card, most of it was handwritten message. You guys ever get one like that? That's like a great card. How many of you guys are just total babies like me, get teary-eyed and all emotional when you get a card like that? Anyone get emotional when you get a great card from someone you love? Yeah. Okay, so you get a great card like that, and it's the best. Then what happens? You just throw it away? Do you guys throw away cards like that once you've read them? How many of you guys keep those cards? Even though you wish you could throw them away because they're piling up somewhere. But you can't, right? Do you guys have a special place where you put them? Do you guys have like a drawer or a cabinet or even like a special, we used to have a drawer, and then my wife went and got matching boxes at Marshall's to make it prettier. So we have these like stackable, they're full of cards, like we can't get rid of. We move and it's like, bring all the cards. You know what's amazing about that is, did you guys know that when people pass away and the family's going through possessions, what is it they usually prize the most? Those letters and cards. It's not just that you're treasuring them, they're actually treasured by your family. Isn't that crazy? So what is it about it that makes this valuable? How about this? Have you guys ever received one of these? This is a happy birthday postcard. How many of you have ever gotten one of these? This is from my insurance salesman. It looks like it's handwritten, but it's not. It's just handwriting print. You guys ever get one of these, like from the dentist or the vet? My dog gets them from the vet. Yeah. So does this go in the special place with the other card, or is this one easy to throw away? How many of you guys chuck this one in the trash? How many of you guys like do you guys have like what come through your garage door to come into your house? Anyone do that? Do you have a trash can in the garage door where you throw this mail before it even gets inside? Yeah. This doesn't have any value. Why does this have no value? It takes no time invested. The time investment is what makes something valuable. In fact, if you think about it, everything that we value has time locked up in it. That note that somebody wrote you was personal time invested. In fact, is it possible, do you think, to play Candy Crush Saga while writing somebody a beautiful card like that? No, it's undivided attention. That's why we value it so much. Now, and this took no time, so we don't value it. It's like, oh, that was nice, throw it away. Connecting with people one-on-one shows the time investment. Now, do you need to be writing people note cards all the time? No, but I mean, that is a great thing to do, by the way. They'll never throw it away. They'll never throw it away. But even just sending somebody a message versus a public post on Facebook shows an investment. A few seconds, yes, but just in them. And it has value. It has value. Ashley told a quick story for those of you guys who were on the call right when we started of a customer that she had lost touch with for 4.5 years. She messaged her and she told her that it made her day. You would think that she would be like, you're a loser. Why are you calling? Why are you messaging me after 4.5 years? You totally dropped the ball on me. No, it made her day. Why? Because she took the time to message her personally. It makes a huge difference. And I'll show you guys how to do it super efficiently so it takes very little time, where you are going to be in the make someone's day mindset for an hour every day, and it's going to blow your mind in a good way. Okay? All right, let's finish this presentation, jump into Teamzy. So this is what you need. You need a system. You got to have a system to do this. And I've shared some of the philosophy, but without a system, the philosophy is no good. You need a way to stay in contact with all your relationships, right? That's everybody you know and everybody you're meeting. You need to know when to contact them. I don't want you spending 3 hours planning to do 1 hour power hour, right? You need to just be able to do it and know what to say to start the conversation so that you are not fumbling around for hours trying to think of the perfect message. How many of you guys do that? You get stuck trying to think of the perfect thing to say, and then you end up talking to one person instead of 20. I want you to be able to just go and also make sure that nobody ever falls through the cracks. You know, have you guys ever had somebody fall through the cracks? Let's be honest. All right. If you haven't, then you're not reaching out to anyone. It is heartbreaking when you work with somebody and they're excited, and then for whatever reason they decide not to start now. They take, what was it, 4 years? Was it 4 years that you took, Ashley? Okay, for example, 4 years. Quick question for you, randomly. Was it the same person for 4 years, or did you end up signing up with a different person?
The person, it was for 3 years, and the person that asked me for the first 2 years, I did not sign with her. I signed with somebody from high school that asked me for a year. And still, the girl that signed me is actually not in the business anymore, and the one that originally asked me is. But yeah, I didn't sign with the person because she quit asking for it. She wasn't as consistent.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's so funny because I didn't know in advance that that was going to work out that way. Guys, people fall through the cracks, not because there's something wrong with you. It's just hard to keep track of them. You need a system. But this is what happens is you plant the seed with somebody and you water the seed and you put sunshine on the seed. But if you're not present when they're ready, somebody else is going to recruit them onto their team. And so you've got to have a system that's watertight. All right, so I made the point. Let me show you the system. Let's get in there. Let's look at Teamzy. Okay. Where are you? Oh, this. It looks like Facebook because it is. There's Teamzy. Okay. So guys, what's really cool about this is we have a custom version of Teamzy just for ItWorks. Okay. So it's customized for you. It's going to feel like you're walking into your home. Everything's right where you need it. Now, what I want you to know first off, if you guys are not already using Teamzy, is there is a free trial for 30 days that we offer. 30 days, full access, 100% free. We do not ask for your credit card. Okay? I want you guys to go take advantage of that. Go to teamzy.com. It's spelled right there on the top left of the screen. You can see it, teamzy.com. Get your free 30-day trial. And when it says choose your business, grab ItWorks. Okay? And you'll be set right up in this version. Okay. Now, I'm going to take you guys through the setup wizard just to show you how easy this is to set this thing up, and then we'll crush a power hour together. I will show you guys how you can consistently connect easily with 20 people a day in 30 minutes. Okay? Is that going to be fun? Oh my gosh. After about 5 days, you guys will be absolutely blown away at the momentum you create in your business. All right. So what I'm going to do is when you first log into your free trial, you're going to be inside the setup wizard automatically. If you ever want to get back into it, you just go over here to the settings on the top right and click setup wizard. So here we are, setup wizard. First thing you want to do is sign up for the Facebook Messenger updates. That way you can get all the help you need through your trial, because you're going to ignore your emails like you always do. So this way you'll at least get some messages on Facebook, okay? All right, so in setup, these are what we'll do. 3 things. Set an income goal, okay? Once you set the income goal, Teamzy will backward engineer that goal to tell you what to do on a daily basis to hit it. Why do we do that? Because if you want to grow your business big, you have to get your focus small. Make sense? You got to get your focus small if you want to grow your business big. I said it 2 ways for those of you guys who are wired differently. There you go. Next, we're going to create a powerful why. I'll show you how to do it. It's easy. We're going to demystify the process of creating your why. You don't need to go to a wigwam in Sedona and get sweaty to figure this out. It's actually not that hard, but it's important. You need to know your why, because otherwise your chances of quitting are really high. Number 3, we're going to get all your contacts into Teamzy, get them ranked and organized, so you'll have everything in one place. You won't be chasing around notepads, spreadsheets that you haven't updated in 6 weeks, that you never understood how to work anyways. Or maybe you're one of those people that's got like sticky notes all over the place. Seriously, I've seen it all. We'll get you all organized in one place, as my kids call it, super mega organized. All right, let's get started. So first we're going to set an income goal. So you're just going to have an empty box here, and I want you just to put a number in. Okay, don't overthink this, just put a number in. What's your income level that you want 12 months from now? Okay? Now, if you're just getting started out, or you're not making a sizable income yet from your business, just put in the total number. So I put in $150,000. Okay. If you have been building this business for a while and you have significant income coming in from the business already, I want you to put in this box the amount of growth you want in 12 months. Okay. Make sense? Great. Let's go to the next page. I'm going to click continue. And now Teamzy's given me an estimate. It says I need to connect with 4,348 people over the next 12 months. How many of you guys have connected with over 4,000 people so far this year? Anyone? Does it seem like a lot? Yeah, it's pretty good. That's a pretty good number. But what's cool about this is, look, I'm going to break it down on the next page. The next page is the breakdown page. Now this breaks it down into 3 groups: prospects, customers, and distributors. And then it breaks it down monthly, weekly, and daily. That huge number, even just working 5 days a week, guys, it's just connecting with 9 prospects every day, 6 customers, and 4 distributors. Excuse me, 19 people. Less than 15 minutes work, honestly, once you get used to using this. Every day, 5 days a week. And then I've also got a goal for, now let me just tell you guys something. This is a suggestion. You can change these numbers just by writing over them, okay? So if you have nobody on your team, you're new, you can put that distributor number to 0, and then you can add those over here to the prospects number. Make sense? So you can change these around. Now, let me just explain what I mean by connects. I'm going to make this 10, 6, and 4 because I like it to be an even 20. These are connects goals. That means we're just going to connect with them. Our goal is to say hello and to make their day. That's it. Well, this is where the make someone's day mindset comes in. Our goal is not to sell, not to recruit, not to send a link or a video, or even necessarily even mention our business. The goal of that first connect is just to connect and make their day. Make sense? And if it's done right, you'll start a lot of conversations. Okay, you're just going to start a lot of conversations, and I'll show you guys as we go through the training tonight how to turn those conversations into an invite into the business when appropriate. Make sense? So in this example, we're going to be connecting with 20 people. Now down here, I've got an invite goal. This is my invite goal. An invite is when I'm going to talk to them about the business, invite them to a business opportunity call, a 3-way call, an event, to coffee, to try a product, right? All the different things that you guys do. That is, my goal for that is just 3 a day. So out of 20 conversations, I hope to start 3, I think will turn into invites. But I just want you guys to know, 3 out of 20 sounds like a small number, but that's 15 a week. It's awesome. Talk about filling your pipeline and having fun doing it and just talking to people who are interested. It's so great. Okay. And then you've got a goal for ads. These are new people that we're adding to the list. You got to have a discipline of adding new people to your list, meeting new people all the time. Even if you already know 5,000 people, you need fresh water. You need fresh relationships all the time. Make sense? Okay. Whatever you put in these boxes, when you click continue, your dashboard will be set up on Teamzy to these goals. Each one of you will have a custom dashboard based on your personal goals. Make sense? And you can edit these at any time. I'll show you from the dashboard. It's easy. You can just jump back into the setup wizard and reset these. Okay, the next step is finding your why. Finding your why. Now, I joked about this, about demystifying it. The truth is, you know, how many of you guys have a written why statement that you look at every day? Does anyone have one of those? A few of you do. And a lot of you guys know, you feel like this. I should. I know I should. I know I need to do this. And I think that most people don't do the why thing just because, again, it seems like it's really hard. It's like, you know, investigating your navel lint or something like that. I want you guys to know this. Your why, you already know your why. It's in your heart. It's already there. It's in your subconscious. What we want to do is just draw it out. We want to put it in your face. Your why is your ultimate accountability partner. It will drive you and motivate you, and it will call BS on your excuses. How many of you guys think that would be powerful? Okay, so let me just take you through this process. We basically we're going to ask you 5 questions just to get you thinking. Just to get you thinking, and you'll get to your why this way. Trust me, it works. So I'm going to take you through my personal story that I went through as a distributor with Beachbody back in my days with them, as an example, just to kind of tell you how it worked for me, okay? And you guys can visualize your own life in these questions. First question, why did you become a distributor? In my case, I lost a bunch of weight, got healthy. People were asking me about it all the time, and I was sharing the product. How many of you guys were just excited about the products and were sharing them automatically without getting paid for it in the beginning? That was me. I was just doing that. And people were going, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, I found these things. They're great. And my wife kind of smacked me in the back of the head and said, honey, go get paid for this. So I signed up. I signed up because I was already selling the products for other people. What did you hope to accomplish? Second question. When I signed up, I asked this question. Do you think, this was to my sponsor, do you think I could make $500 a month doing this? And he said, yeah, I totally do. You totally could. I'm from California. We say totally a lot. Totally, right? What do you hope to accomplish? I wanted to make $500 a month extra money. That's it. How many of you guys, $500 extra money sounds pretty good? Or at least maybe that's where you started. I didn't have the goal of changing the industry, bringing heart into this, bringing love leadership back into this business like I do now. I just wanted to make $500 a month. That was it. Next question. Why is that important to you? And again, these questions are just here to get you thinking. I wanted to save it. I wanted to make it and save it. That's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to put $500 in the bank. Do any of you guys ever feel like a satisfaction putting money in the bank? And at the same time, like when you don't, it kind of freaks you out that you don't have any money in the bank, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, so let me just explain to you what was going on in our lives, my family life at the time. I told you guys that I come from the coaching industry, right? Helping people build their business. Well, specifically, I worked with real estate people. 90% of my customers were real estate. And it was, why? Because it was such a great industry. It was growing. I mean, I started in 2002 and it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger every year. I mean, our business was like 30% growth a year. That's like your guys, right? Yeah. And then what happened? The Great Recession, end of 2008, real estate, gone. Do you guys remember that? How many of you guys were caught in that? I mean, it was brutal. And as an executive at my company, it was my job to start laying people off every Friday. Every Friday. Oh my gosh, terrible year. Every Friday I had to figure out who was going to get cut. And it was like 20 people every Friday. Eventually it was me. Eventually I was laid off too. And as the sole breadwinner for my family in the recession, being laid off along with half the country, there was nowhere to go to find work. It was really scary, really scary. And, you know, we were blessed. I did find work. By God's good grace, we made it through that recession, but by our fingernails. We just barely made it. We used up all our savings and we stopped saving money. In fact, when I started looking at my why in my network marketing business, we had not saved a penny in almost 6 years. Not a single penny. We had nothing in the savings account. Maybe $1,000 to our names total. And, you know, the recession, the economy got better. I got my old job back. I got into the business again. I had a better position, more money, still couldn't save a penny. We just couldn't. We just didn't have anything left over. Probably because we kept having babies. They're expensive, right? They eat everything. I was trying to grow food in the backyard, seriously, just to like supplement things. How many of you guys have a garden because you're just like, forget it. I can't buy, I'm just going to grow organic. Didn't work though. I grew beautiful caterpillars. I grew beautiful caterpillars, but I couldn't get any vegetables. Anyways, you get the idea. So $600, or I'm sorry, $500 a month in the bank, it was going to be a moral victory for me. I just wanted to save that money in the bank. And so it was a deeper meaning than even as I'm talking about it with my sponsor, like, yeah, I just want to put $500 in the bank. He could have gone, okay, cool. Right? But it was a deeper meaning for me. And I was starting to look at this business opportunity differently already, just going through this process. The next question is, what would achieving this mean for you and your family? If I could actually put money in the bank every month, the first thing I thought of was, if I could do it long enough, I could buy us a new home. The first thing I wanted, my big goal was to buy a new home for the family. We were in a beautiful house, but it was small. And my wife and I got married. We moved into the house. It felt huge. Now we have 4 kids, 2 Rottweilers, and it's not big anymore. Everyone's sharing rooms. Our room, the master bedroom, was the best because we shared with the baby, right? So the nursery was our room. And then we had 2 Rottweilers snoring and making noises like in the same room. And then all our kids were sharing rooms. So it was, we were definitely, I just dreamt of having a bigger house. Plus I wanted an office at home so I could quit my career job and come work on my business. So I just wanted to buy a new house. That's what I started thinking about. So you guys can see 5 minutes in, I'm going from, I guess I'll sign up to, wow, maybe this business will buy me a new house. Then I get to this last question. Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? How many of you guys want to buy a new house? Anyone? That's your goal? Do you feel like that's a meaningful goal? Do you feel guilty for that goal because it feels kind of like it's just a materialistic? I don't know. I don't know if the goal itself is meaningful or not, but I will tell you this. I did realize this. It's symbolic. It's symbolic. I think that the home symbolizes family. How many of you guys maybe feel that way? I know for me it does. And I never really gave myself a chance to think about this because I was too busy providing, too busy trying to do the right things. But the truth was, guys, I was missing out on my family 100%. I was working all the time, doing, providing so well that we couldn't save a penny, right? But I was working all the time and I was completely missing it. My kids were growing up and I wasn't there. I would get up in the morning and they would still be in their pajamas when I left for work. I'd say goodbye, kiss them goodbye, go to work. Come home in the evening. By the time I got home, they'd already finished dinner without me and they were getting ready for bed. I was basically the dad who said good morning and good night to his kids. My son Cruz, who was 5 at the time, he was having a hard time calling me daddy. He would call me by other names. He'd call me grandma, he'd call me mom, he'd call me by his teacher's name at school. And I'm sorry, I mean daddy. Because I was kind of becoming a stranger to him. I just wasn't around and it was breaking my heart. It wasn't that I necessarily needed a new house. It was that I needed a new home for my family. Does that make sense? And something happened to me while I was thinking about this process with my why. I realized something that I had never thought of because I was looking at my network marketing business as a side hustle, a side gig. How many of you guys think of it as your side gig? It was extra money for me. That was it. But when I started looking at my career, which I was very proud of, I had this beautiful corner office, the big conference room table in it, right? It was what we were raised to want. You could see the ocean from it. And meanwhile, I wasn't able to save a penny. In fact, we were never going to be able to buy that new house from my career. We were stuck, completely and totally stuck. And I realized the reason I got into the extra money thing was to make extra money. But something happened to me when I was doing my why. I looked at my network marketing business and I realized this opportunity has no limit. This opportunity is the one that can get me everything that I want. It can get me home with my family. It could buy us that new house. It can take care of all of the worries that we have. And something happened. First of all, I wrote my first why statement, which I'm going to share with you guys real quick. And then I'm going to share with you the mindset shift that happened when I did it. So this was the first why statement that I wrote from this process. Oh, wait, hold on. I have gibberish in here. It's actually the sample text in Teamzy, so you'll see it if you If you got nothing there. This was my first why statement. To create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and I'm full of energy. How many of you guys would like a life where you never have to worry about money again? The worry about money and getting laid off again was brutal. I mean, I was worried about it. I had figured out that if I lost my job again, that we were 60 days away from kind of total financial ruin. I needed to make a change. And when I wrote this why, everything changed for me. I started thinking about my career as my extra money. And I started looking at my network marketing business as my primary engine. I thought, wow, these guys are going to pay me a 6-figure salary to figure out my network marketing business. And then sky's the limit from there. Within 3 months of writing down that my why, I left my corporate career forever, came home. I had no place to work at home. Remember, the house was too small? I went to Home Depot and I bought one of those tough sheds from the parking lot Home Depot with, my last paycheck. And I had it dropped in my backyard on the dirt. I ran an extension cord out to that thing, put my Mac out there on a desk I built out of a closet door and an old pallet. My son helped me build it. And I started building my business out in the shed. We called it the shed quarters. My kids called it the shoffice. And let me tell you something. I froze out there in the mornings and I died in the afternoons. I live in San Diego, so it's like cold at night, hot during the day, but I was making it happen. My why changed everything. Why did I spend all this time teaching you guys about my why tonight? Because without it, you're going to end up quitting. 50% of people quit this business in the first year. 50%. Think about how many people are recruited by your network in a year. Divided by 2, that's how many made it to 12 months. Crazy, right? Why do people quit? Because they don't have a reason not to. When life gets hard or boring is just as dangerous as hard, by the way. We go the other direction. That's what we do. We quit unless we have a reason to. This is why you need the why. You guys with me? And then it's going to publish to the dashboard of Teamzy where you'll see it every day. You read it out loud to yourself. And when you don't feel like doing it today, when you don't feel like spending 20 or 30 minutes making connections in your business, you're going to have to read that why and justify to yourself why you don't want that today. And you're going to have to say, and I'll encourage you guys to do this if you feel like blowing off your work for today. Say, no, I'm happy being stuck in my current life. Oh, that makes it hard, huh? Yep. That's what the decision you make if you skip your why and you don't do your work today. All right, so let me just show you this last step. So the last step here is whatever you write in this last box, the last box is the one that matters. Whatever you write in this box, when you hit continue, we'll save that to your dashboard, okay? All right, last step is we're gonna get your contacts in to Teamzy. There's three lists that you have to get started. The first one is your team, your distributor list, right? I recommend you just get started with your first level people. Okay, just get started with your first level people. If you've got a pretty good team, you may want to add in emerging leaders from other levels as you go, but let's just get started with your first level people. Then get your customer list imported, okay? Do it in this order, your team, then your customers, then you're gonna get your Facebook friends list in. So cool, you get your whole Facebook friends list in, then you don't have to go through Messenger trying to find those conversations. They're gonna be all organized in one place for you. Okay, and then anywhere else you have contacts, you can bring those into. All right, so one last step, and then we're going to crush a power hour. I'll show you how to do this. So here's the Teamzy dashboard. Real quick, guys, I'll just show you this. Today's activities, these are the goals that we set and set up. Look, there's my goal of 10 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors. They're all zeros right now because we haven't done anything. My invites goal and my ads goal. Okay, there's a right there. If I want to change them at any time, I just click on right here, edit daily goals. Okay, and before we get started on the power hour, we have one more step to do for setup that I didn't show you. So I'm going to jump over to my team page over here on the left side. The team page is where everybody lives. It's like your CRM built into Teamzy, okay? You see everybody's here on this list. Boom, it goes forever. Okay, so when you do an import into Teamzy of a list, it's going to drop you onto this page and it's going to set it into rank mode. It looks like this. Let me turn it on right here from this menu. Okay. And in rank mode, what we do is we rank all of our relationships on a 5-star scale. How many of you guys have ever rated something on a 5-star scale? If not, you're from Mars, right? Okay. 5 stars is awesome. 1 star is not awesome. You guys understand that, right? Okay. So as I'm going down this list, now everybody's going to come in defaulting it to a 3-star because it's right in the middle. So you don't actually have to rank everybody. You just need to find the people that are better than 3 stars and rank them up, if that makes sense. So let me explain what these stars mean. First of all, the reason we do this is because you're going to speak more often to the warmest relationships. Does that make sense? You're going to speak more often to the warmest relationships. You get the best results that way. In fact, 80% of your business will come from 20% of your relationships. You guys have heard this before. So that's how we figured out. So 5 stars, this is somebody most likely to become a customer or distributor or an existing customer distributor that's a rock star. Okay, these are your favorite people. They'll show up every 30 days on your list to connect with. Remember, just to connect, just to say hello. Every 30 days, your 5-star people will come up. You probably won't have a lot of 5 stars. Now, 4 stars are someone that's likely to become a customer or distributor with a little bit of nurturing, or they're an existing person on your team or an existing customer that's just solid. They'll show up every 2 months, every 60 days, they're going to come back on your list to connect, okay? Automatically. You don't have to set follow-ups or anything. They just come back automatically. 3 stars, everyone starts as a 3 because they could go either way, okay? And a 3-star person, most of your list will be 3-star people, will come up every 90 days to connect with, okay? Every 90 days. And then 2 stars are getting colder. They're every 120 days. 1-star people, they actually will never come up in a power hour. They're just in Teamzy if you need to look them up. You with me? Don't worry if you don't have those memorized yet. You can look at this anytime by clicking on that question mark right here. But also, if you just remember that 5 star is awesome and 1 star is not awesome, that's all you need to know to work this. Now, once you've got your list ranked, the cool thing about it is you never have to plan your power hour again, because once you've ranked your list, Teamzy plans your power hour for you. You don't have to do anything but turn it on, okay? So now I'm ready to do my power hour. You see this little box in the middle? It's called the power hour module. Could it be any clearer, right? We try to make it easy. Here's the power hour module, okay? Now on the left are my who's up next lists. I've got 4 lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and set follow-ups. Okay, I've got none scheduled yet. I'll show you how those work. On the right-hand side is where I log the activity that I'm doing. So the left side tells me who to connect with, and then as I do it, I log it at the same time on the right side, so everything's tracked as we go, okay? So check this out. First person on my list is Jay. I'm gonna connect with her on Facebook. So I've got Facebook open on a separate tab right here, see? I love initiating conversations on Facebook Messenger. I don't think it is. It is the best form of communication right now because it has the highest response rate, okay? If somebody's not on Facebook Messenger, then I'll text them. Make sense? But also, don't get caught up in that because you can send a message however you want. It can be Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. You can connect with somebody in person, whatever's appropriate. But I'm just telling you, I always default to Facebook Messenger because I get the best results. So look, I'm going to message Jay. I'm going to look her up on Facebook and send her a message. But this is where sometimes we get stuck. How many of you guys get stuck right here and go, I have no idea what to say to her? I don't want to sound corny, or she's going to think I'm being salesy, whatever. So here's right here in the connect box, right in the bottom middle. See where it says scripts? I want you guys to click on that when you're in here because I've put scripts that I have refined for years in here that are simple, not salesy, and that work great. Okay, so look, I'm going to go to Facebook, and I'm going to grab this first one, Connect 1. Here it is. It's real simple. Hi, Jane. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. Now, this little workhorse, I call this a little workhorse because I've used this one like 10,000 times by itself. And we've had, I think last time I checked, we're at 65,000 network marketers using Teamzy. This thing has been used so much and it works so great. So look, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit copy script, boom. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and paste it in here so that I can edit it up a little bit before I send it via Facebook, okay? So look, first of all, Jane is not her name, though her name's close, so it's easy. Whoops, caps lock, don't want that. Look, change the name, great. Maybe you wanna change this a little bit to sound more like you. It already sounds like me, because guess what, I wrote it. I'll put like an emoticon in there, I don't know. Whatever you want. That's good enough. I was gonna do another emoticon. Look, so now I've got it fixed up just the way I want it. Now check this out. I'm just gonna copy this now and I'm gonna go to Facebook and send it. You actually have to send messages in Facebook. Facebook doesn't allow any app to send messages for it. There she is, okay? So I can go to her page, send her a message. Okay. Now you can see I send her this all the time because she works for Teamzy. Okay, so look, there it is. Boom, I sent the message. It's sent. I'll go back to Teamzy. Now I'm just going to finish logging it. So that was a Facebook message. Now watch what happens when I click this big blue log connect button. She's gone off my list. My list moved up 1. Now I've got 1 up on my board. Now I just have 9 more to go to hit my goal. Now, a couple things I want you to notice. There's only 5 names on this list at a time. That's on purpose. That's to keep you focused. If I give you 100 names, you might start cherry picking people you want to message instead of doing who's up next. That's the first thing. The second thing is I don't want you to get overwhelmed. If you have 5,000 people on your list, I don't want you seeing all of them getting overwhelmed. Just focus on what you need to focus on. Ashley's next. Okay? Now, I have a feeling it's going to take me 3 years to reaching out to her before she becomes a superstar on my team, but I think it'll be worth it. So I'm going to keep messaging her. Okay, so she's next. Now check this out. I'm going to use the same message. Why not? I'm just going to look her up. I'm like, wow, I know a lot of Ashleys. Okay, there she is. Now check it out. Oh, you know what I want to do though is I need to change the name. So let me just paste it in there. I still have it. Look, I still have it copied. Just change the name. Great. Have I sent the wrong name to people? Yeah, I have. Did my arms and legs fall off? No. In fact, it still gave me a great reason to have a conversation. In fact, if somebody's not responding to you, send them the wrong name. They'll usually respond. Then you go, oh my gosh, I sent you the wrong name. Now look, I'm just going to send the same message. There it is. Boom. Sent. Done. Now check this out. See how quick and easy this is? I just want you guys to see how quick this is. Logged. Now I'm at 2. Luis is the next person. Okay, we'll do the same thing. Now you guys see how I could do 20 in like 15 minutes, easy? Boom. I'll go send it in Facebook. Boom. Log it. Now I'm at 3. I'm going to keep going down the list. Can I change the script? If you want to. You don't have to. Okay? If you already sent them that script 3 months ago and they didn't respond, now you're sending them again, then choose the next script. Okay? They're all short and sweet like that because they follow a certain psychology that's designed to help just make their day, get them to smile, and hopefully they'll respond and say, oh my gosh, great to hear from you. How are you? And now you can talk. You can have a conversation. You can catch up. Okay? All right, so when I'm done with my prospects list and I hit my goal for the day, I'm going to move to my next list, which is customers. Now I'm going to start messaging customers. Now, people ask me this all the time. What if they're not current? Or what if they're not getting what if they've canceled their monthly ship or whatever? Anyone who's ever bought something from you is a customer. Okay? They've trusted you and bought something from you. They're your customer. Okay? So you can reach out to them just the same. Now look, this is the same thing. You got to just reach out. I'm sorry, I'm going to grab a script. Teamzy knows I'm in customers. It's giving me different scripts, which is cool. Here's a great one. How are you enjoying whatever they're using? The keto coffee. Please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Okay? Just check in and see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Guys, ladies, I don't think there's any guys on this call. I think it's just ladies. Ladies, this is important. You got to be in touch with your customers. It's the most important thing ever. There's 3 reasons why you need to be in touch with your customers. I could give you an hour training on each one of them, but the first one is you're a business person. This is your duty is serving your customers, right? How many of you guys feel guilty because you're not in better touch with your customers? Yeah, that's just convicting you on that it is the right thing to do, right? Teamzy is going to make it easy. Now you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's easy, organized, done. It takes 2 seconds. The second reason you need to be in touch with your customers is this. If you are in regular contact with your customers, guess what? They order more products. This is a known fact. If you're in regular contact with them, they'll order more. If you can get your whole team using Teamzy for the 30-day free trial, you can message me and let me know what percentage your entire team volume went up that month. Just by being in touch, right? I had one leader in a different network who was doing my Teamzy bootcamp with me. And in her first month, she got her whole team doing the free trial with her. They went up 40% their team volume in 1 month. Isn't that crazy? How many of you guys would like your team volume to go up? Yeah, it's pretty cool. And as you teach these principles to the people on your team, everybody benefits. The customers benefit, you guys benefit. The third reason why you need to be in touch with your customers on a regular basis, how many of you guys want more customers? How many of you guys just like you would love a new customer today, but you're not sure where to look? Anybody ever feel that way? Okay, here's what I want you guys to understand. The best source for a new customer, you ready, is your current customer. The best source for a new customer is your current customer. Think about it. Do you guys have anybody who just loves your products? Like they just love them. You have anybody like that? Do you guys have one customer like that? Anyone? Those people are talking about that product with all their friends right now. Isn't that what you guys do? When you're excited about something, they're already talking to people. You need to be in touch with your customers so they can introduce you to the people they're already talking to. Okay? If you guys have one happy customer, you should be able to qualify for everything you need to qualify every month going forward just by talking to those people regularly. Are you guys with me? Okay, so again, I could train you all day on that one with all the specifics, but you can get in there. So go down your customer list, message them the same way, connect with them. In this case, our goal was 6. So I'm going to send 6 messages to 6 of my customers. And then I'm going to jump over to my team. That's why we called it Teamzy, because your team culture, the way you invest in the relationship with your team is the most important part. So I'm going to message my team. Hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm here if you need anything. Hey, I was thinking about you today. How's life? Or hey, I haven't seen you on team calls in a while. Where are you? What's going on? Is there anything I can do to help? Whatever. Reach out to people. Connect. And again, as you build a huge team, Ashley, I'm sure you can testify to this. It gets hard to stay in good touch with people, and it gets overwhelming. That's why you need a system like this that makes it easy. Okay, and it means the world for people to hear from you. So boom, boom, boom. In our example, it was 20 people. You guys, seriously, you can do that in under 30 minutes. It would probably take you 15 minutes after you've been doing Teamzy a couple weeks. But let's say 30 minutes to do those 20 reach outs. Now, a couple of pro tips on this. Don't respond to any incoming messages while you're doing this. Put them off until you're done sending out all your messages, okay? Otherwise, you'll never finish. So it's hard because you just message them and they're responding, but just let them go for a few minutes until you get these done, okay? And then you can talk to them. So that's the first thing. Always go from left to right. Start with your prospects and then work through. When your follow-ups list is full, you will want to start with your follow-ups. Start with your prospects, always move left to right. Now, I get to my follow-ups list, there's nobody on there. So how do people get on the follow-ups list? Let me show you this really quick. Now, the follow-ups list are not automatic. You have to put people there, right? The other ones are automatic. Prospects, customers, distributors. Your whole lists are cycling through constantly based on their rank and your last time you contacted them. Follow-ups you have to set. So how does somebody get on there? Let me just give you an example. So I'm messaging, I'll use Ashley as my example today. She's my guinea pig. She invited me here so she can take it. So I've been messaging Ashley for 3 years. I'm never gonna let her go. We've just been connecting here and there, every few months I send her a message, we connect, the conversation moves a little bit forward, whatever. And, over time, I'm building trust with her. See, in the beginning, she's kind of like maybe waiting for me to try to sell her, skeptical. And I don't. She's like, oh, okay, maybe not. And so over time, I'm building a little trust with her. Our conversations, we're connecting here and there, wishing her happy birthdays, and that kind of stuff. And then, so now I messaged her just now, and you saw me do that in my power hour. So this time she responds and says, oh, good to hear from you, Eric. How are you? And we start talking. Now, in this example, I'm going to start having a conversation with her. We're going to be messaging back and forth. And I've got one goal, and that's to find a way to help her. That's my one goal. I'm still not trying to sell her or recruit her. I want to find another way to help her. I want to put a deposit in that trust account and find a way to help her and serve her. So I'm listening. I'm asking questions. I'm forming. Do you guys know that? Forming? Yeah. Forming? You don't know the acronym FORM? Okay, so FORM is family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. Family, occupation, recreation, motivation. So I'm asking questions to learn more about those things. And motivation, of course, is I'm feeling out, doesn't sound right, but I'm I'm trying to see how motivated she is to learn more about my business, right? To see if she's interested. So I'm asking those questions and I'm listening, and I'm also looking for ways to help her. So however I can help her. Maybe she needs a new pediatric dentist for her kids, because the one she has moved away. Maybe she needs something like that. Maybe she needs a prayer because she's going through something. Whatever I can do to help, that's what I'm looking to do. But as the conversation progresses and she's telling me about everything she's doing, and then she says, what about you? What have you been up to? And this is my chance to tell her about what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. You know, the last 3 years have been amazing because I haven't had to go to work. What do you mean you haven't had to go to work? Well, I mean, I work, but I work for myself now. I don't have a job. What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing ItWorks. Have you heard of it? Yeah. Really? You're making a living at that? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, at first I started in my shed in the backyard, but now, you know, now things are great, right? So I'm just telling the story, and so we're catching up, and you know, maybe Ashley now is intrigued a little bit, and you know, and I've been listening, so I know that there are things that bother her, like she hates her boss, he's a big jerk, you know. So I'm going to say the best part is being my own boss, you know. So as I'm talking to her, she's a little bit interested. I say, you know, Ashley, you'd actually be really great at this. I think you could be really great at this. I mean, are you interested in learning more about it? Maybe, right? Maybe I might be interested in learning more about it. Well, listen, this is me inviting her, right? We're doing an online event tonight. It's really easy. You can just log in and take a look. We'll be talking about the business opportunity. People will be sharing their stories. You can learn all about it. And if you're interested in doing that and attending that, I'll send you the link. Oh yeah, okay, go ahead and send it to me. I'll check it out. Say, perfect. I'll send you the link in a second. I'll email that over to you. And then I'll follow up tomorrow. I'll connect with you and see if you have any questions. She says, okay, that sounds great. Okay, so this is just an example, guys, of how I would invite somebody. So let me show you how I'm going to do that in Teamzy. So I'm going to look up, I'm not doing Jay, I'm doing Ashley. There she is. I'm going to look her up, and that takes me to her record. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the big blue connect button that opens the connect box just like on the dashboard. I had to look her up because she's not on my dashboard anymore, right? Okay, so now I want you guys to notice in the bottom left this little box that says invite. You guys see that? I'm going to click that. So I'm going to take her off the default, which is just connecting, and I'm going to put it on opportunity call because that's what I'm inviting her to. You with me? Okay. And I'm just going to put a note that I'm sending her the link to the opportunity call. Okay. So let's say email, whatever. I'll send an email. Are you guys with me? Now, what I need to do first is I need to set the follow-up, because if I just log this invite as it is, she won't come back on my list for 30 days. She's a 5. So I need to set the follow-up by clicking right in the bottom middle, follow-up. Now this puts her on my follow-ups list for tomorrow. It takes her off my prospects list and moves her to my follow-ups list. So I'm going to log that connect. Now you can see on her record, follow-up, there's one set for tomorrow. If I go to the dashboard and click on follow-ups, there she is. Now I can't screw this up because I can't miss it. Because when I do my power hour tomorrow, I'm going to connect with my prospects, my customers, then my distributors. Then I'm going to see who's on my follow-ups list. And you have to think about it. There she is. Great. So now I'm going to follow up with her. Okay, let me show you how to do this. It's super easy. First of all, I'm going to go to scripts just like I would for a regular connect. And this time I'm going to grab one that's called follow-up. Look, here it is, follow-up number 1. By the way, these are all my follow-up scripts. They work awesome. There's 10 of them in here. You take them in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many of you guys think that's going to be easy? Here's my first script. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay, copied, boom, paste, change the name. Okay, let me show you how easy this is, right? There she is, boom, I'll send the message to her. Boom, follow-up sent. Now on Teamzy, I'm gonna log this just like I did at regular Connect, except for before I log it, guys, I need to set my next follow-up. Otherwise, she's gonna fall off the follow-ups list and go back into my prospect flow. So I'm gonna set it again for tomorrow. Now, typically I would, just me, this is what I would do. I would follow up 3 days in a row, and then I might go every couple of days after that. Okay, so because I knew that she was hot, she came to that opportunity call. So now I'm going to log that. So now that's how you log a follow-up. Now check it out. So you can see I got a follow-up logged over here now. She's still on my follow-ups list for tomorrow because I said it again. Now I just want to talk to you guys about this really quick because this is really important. How many of you guys have heard that the fortune is in the follow-up? Yes. Okay. And how many of you guys hate this part? Okay, let me just give you a stat. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. Okay, write that one down if you didn't. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. So how many of you guys follow up more than 7 times typically? Anyone? Hey, I got one hand. You know, usually I get 1 or 2. That's cool. So why aren't the rest of you guys, if 80% of sales happen there, why aren't the rest of you guys? Is it because you don't have a good system like Teamzy? Maybe. I think it's probably more because you guys are afraid of being an annoying pest. How many of you guys are, that's the real issue? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to teach you, if you guys how much time I've gone over a little bit. Okay. Real quick. I'm going to teach you how to do it without being annoying. Okay. But before I do it, you guys need to have a mindset shift. How many of you guys are here because you truly believe in your company, the values and the products that you have, that you believe you can change lives? Yes. Good. Good. How many lives have you changed for people who have not made any purchase whatsoever? Have you guys been able to impact anybody's life, particularly with this business, I mean, that didn't buy anything? No, the truth is the company's values, the products, they're irrelevant until they actually buy them. And the only way they buy them 80% of the time is if you follow up 7 to 10 times. So if you guys are really here to help change lives and love people, how many of you guys were that again? That's you? Then the only way you can do it is by following up. The following up is how you change lives. And this is why I always say this, guys. Following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. Write that down, put it on a little sticky note on your computer to remind yourself of that. Not following up, or following up 3 times and letting them go, by the way, that's less than 20%, you'll get that way, is the same as saying, not following up is the same as saying, I don't care enough about you to follow up with you. It's kind of brutal when you look at it that way, isn't it? Now, real quick, people, I'm going to teach you how to follow up so that people say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for following up with me. I really appreciate it. Now, why would they do that? Because they know you're loving them if you do it the right way. So here are the 2 rules for never being annoying when following up. Are you ready? I'm going to give them to you. Now, if you use Teamzy and you use my 10 follow-up scripts, they already follow these rules. You don't even have to remember them. But here are the 2 rules. Number 1, never ask them to do anything in your follow-up. Never ask them to do anything in your follow-up. Don't ask them to call you back. Oh, that's the worst one. Don't ask them to message you back. Okay, don't ask them to RSVP for your event. Don't ask them to complete their purchase. Don't ask them to do anything in your follow-up. Okay, that's the number 1 rule. How many of you guys like to get a voicemail that says, can you call me back? I want to ask you something. Isn't that annoying? Just tell me what you want. Send me a text. I'll respond instantly. Now I got to think about whether I want to deal with you and when would be an appropriate or convenient time for me, and it might never happen. Right? Okay. Number 2 rule, make sure that your follow-up is in like a text message format. The best is Facebook Messenger, or text is second best. And that it's short enough that it can be read without being opened. How many of you guys read the messages to like the ... and you don't want to open it because you're not going to respond right now? You guys do that? So make it short enough so they can see the whole thing without opening it. Why do I say this? Because they're not going to open it, and that's okay. All I want is for them to see it. Okay? And I don't want to be annoying. I want them to see it, because here's what I want you guys to understand. And I don't know if I have time to go deep into this tonight, but you just need to know this, that the vast majority of people will not even respond to the first 5 follow-ups. No response whatsoever. And when that, how many of you guys have experienced this and it's just like crickets? And you're like, what is going on? That person was excited. Why aren't they responding? Here's what I want you guys to know. All the stories that we make up in our own minds aren't true. That they don't like us, that we offended them, that they don't have any money, that they're cheap, that they don't see the value, that their husband's a jerk. Like all those things that we make up. How many of you guys have made up one of those because somebody's not answering you? Totally. We all do it. None of those are probably true. The truth is that somebody who respects you, who's excited about the opportunity, who has the money, who has a supportive husband, is still not going to respond to 5 or 6 follow-ups. It's just the way we're wired as human beings. Guys, your subconscious mind runs everything. Did you know that 85% of everything you do is a result of your subconscious mind? Have you guys heard that stat before? Yeah. How many of you guys have driven home and driven into your driveway or your garage and thought, how'd I get here? Has that happened to anybody? Did you know your subconscious mind even drives your car? How crazy is that? It's crazy. Everything that happens comes from it. So here's what happens. I wasn't going to get into it, but now I have to. Ashley, I have to, sorry. So I messaged Ashley that message. You guys saw that first message. It's just, hey, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Just a quick little message. She gets it. Boom. Sees it on her phone. Oh yeah. And for a split second, she's excited. She's thinking about how excited she was talking to me, how excited she was watching the opportunity call. And then what happens? Her subconscious says, no way. Network marketing? Are you insane? That's scary. We're not doing, you're not guaranteed a paycheck. Ashley, did you know that? I know you hate your boss, but you get a paycheck every 2 weeks over there. We're not doing that. Your subconscious is designed to keep you safe. So how does it get you off track? Distracts you. So Ashley's looking at the phone going, oh yeah, I need to respond. And it's kind of like she's going to go respond. And then her subconscious goes, the baby's throwing up on the dog, Ashley. Go take care of that. The baby is throwing up on the dog right now. Oh my gosh, the dog's eating it. This is so gross, And you're like, oh my gosh, I got to go. It could be anything. Day 2, I send her another follow-up. Boom, she sees it for a split second. She's excited. And then what? Oh, it's dinner time though. I can't respond right now, Eric. It's dinner time. What are you thinking? Goes about her business. The next day, same thing. Next day, the same thing. This is what's happening. Her subconscious mind is protecting her from the threat. And this is why 80% of all sales happen between 7 and 10 follow-ups, you guys. What changes? We're literally reprogramming her mind. See, every time she gets that message that's designed just the way I taught you, she's feeling positive emotions towards me and towards the opportunity. Eventually, her subconscious stops seeing us as a threat. And it lets the gate down. That's why around 6 follow-ups, she'll respond with my favorite message, which is, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I haven't responded. Thank you for following up with me. You're the best. You're amazing. And you're like, really? Eric said this was going to happen, but I'm shocked. It will happen for you guys. And then what happens then? Does she say, here's my checkbook, sign me up? No, you're starting over. You start over at that point. She says, let me take a look at that thing you sent me again right now. And then you got to start your follow-ups again. But this is the way it works. Ashley told you, how many of you guys wished you had recruited Ashley as your personally sponsored person? 3 years it took. And not only did it take 3 years, but the first person gave up on her and didn't get her. Now, in that person's defense, if she had Teamzy, she probably wouldn't have. She wouldn't have forgotten. She would have popped up. Ashley would have popped up and boom, she would have been there. Right? Okay. So do you guys understand that now? How many of you guys are willing to try following up the relationship marketing way? Yeah, people are going to love it. Okay. So, and remember, it's super easy. So as you follow up in Teamzy, you can use my scripts. You just get the next script. Like if I get to her the next day and I don't remember where I am, I click right here on activity and it shows me all my messages. Last one was message number 1. Okay, great. Now when I go back to scripts, I'll grab the second one. Follow up number 2. Okay, follow-up number 3 the next time. Follow-up number 4. How easy is this, you guys? Follow-up number 5. Okay, so easy. All right, so how do I finish her off in the system? So I followed up with her a million times. She's signed up. Everything's cool. I'm going to look her up. I'll show you how to finish her off. Oh, wait, I'm not doing J. I'm so used to doing J as my demonstration. Can't type. You don't have to be able to type to do this business. So cool. There she is. So what I'll do is I'll log the sale, okay, by clicking the sale button. Business Builder Kit, boom, save. All right, we're not tracking your commissions or anything. Teamzy just wants to track your ratios. How many connects did it take to get a sale, right? This is gonna help you forecast your business as you get going. Now what I'm gonna do, now that I've got that, is see where it says member type. I'm gonna click on distributor. That moves her over to my team, personally enrolled, boom. Okay, now I can keep these sideline and upline for people that I want relationships with. So I keep them in my Teamzy. Maybe they're not on my downline. So there's those labels are there too, which is pretty cool. So now I've moved her from my prospects list. Now she's on my distributors list. And I'll continue working with her there and building the relationship there. Does that make sense? Okay. I know I showed you guys a ton of stuff and I barely scratched the surface on what is in Teamzy. I'm going to show you the Help Center real quick right here. Help Center. This gives you FAQs and training videos and all kinds of stuff that you can get help with. Also, we've got our team that will help you. Click the help button and send us a message. Our team will jump on it and help you. If you are super scared of technology, this is pretty easy. But if you are scared of technology, you can even set up a one-on-one Zoom walkthrough with one of my team. They'll take you through the whole setup process one-on-one. Okay, so don't be freaked out by that. We'll get you started. Let me jump in. I'm going to start taking questions. You just unmute and ask. But first, I want to give you guys some action steps, okay? Oh, wait, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Hold on a second. Action steps, where are you? Okay. All right, you guys ready? Number one, get your 30-day free trial started. That's a no-brainer. Right? By now it should be a no-brainer. How many of you guys are excited about the free trial for 30 days? Yes, go get it. If you're already using your free trial, set up your subscription now. You won't get billed till after your free time, but you won't miss a beat. That way it won't shut off at the end of 30 days. Okay, so after your 30-day free trial, it's free, okay? It's Teamzy's $29.99 a month for an ongoing subscription, okay? So it's less than $1 a day to have everything organized, to have your list in front of you. You guys heard how Ashley did in the first 2 weeks. I will tell you guys this. If you go out there and you do your free trial and really go after it, you'll have no problem earning the money to pay for this. In your first month, you should be able to get a check that pays for your year subscription. That's why I give it to you free, because I know that if you're serious about building this business, you'll get rocking and rolling quickly. Okay, number two, choose a 30-day success partner to do the trial with. Okay? Pick somebody, friend, sideline, downline, upline, whatever. They don't have to be the same rank or level as you. They just need to have the same motivation as you. Okay? And what I want you guys to do is say, let's do this together for 30 days. And I want you to commit to whatever your goals are, whatever your personal goals are, to hitting those goals 5 days a week and taking a screenshot. When you get 100%, you crushed it on Teamzy, take a screenshot of that and message it over to your partner every day. Okay, it's really powerful. And I'll tell you what will happen. You'll be going to bed. It'll be like 10 o'clock. You'll be laying in your bed playing with your phone. How many of you guys do that? And all of a sudden, boop, message from success partner. And you see it's an image of their Teamzy dashboard. Even though it's tiny, you see those little circles. And you're like, oh, dang it. Now guess what? You got to roll over and start sending messages, because there's no way you can't respond to that, right? It's going to help you get way more out of it. So get a 30-day success partner to do the trial with you. You may even like it so much that you stay success partners after, which is great. And then I'm going to give you a 5-day challenge. For 5 days, I want you to connect with 100 people in 5 days. This is the example that I showed you guys tonight, which is 20 people, right? It can be any combination of prospects, customers, and distributors, but I want you to do it 5 days in a row so that you can feel that momentum that you can create in just 5 days, okay? It will blow you guys away. I want you guys to know that the active users in Teamzy right now are averaging, where are you guys? I lost your faces. Hold on, I gotta see your faces. Active users in Teamzy right now are averaging 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. That's the average for the people who are active, and what they're doing is 20 connects a day. I want you guys to do it for 5 days so you can, who's in for a 5-day challenge like that? Hold each other accountable. You know, when you raise your hand like this, all of you guys with your cameras off are missing out on this, but when you hold your hand up like that publicly, you're more than twice as likely to do something. Isn't that cool? You got it. You have to layer in. Melissa, you just get like double brownie points. I love that. You have to layer in accountability systems, because nobody is good at this by themselves. It is so true. I mean, this is why Teamzy, we do a boot camp every 3 months where we create this environment of accountability and people come in and join it, and it's amazing. But you have to figure it out. Get a success partner. Commit to doing a 5-day plan. Do something. I'm sure that Ashley will do something with you guys as a team now if enough of you guys want to do it. But figure out all your different layers of accountability. Get your why statement in your face to keep you accountable to what you want to achieve in your life, and you'll get so much done. Does that make sense? Okay. I know I've been talking to you guys a long time. You guys are total studs for staying with me so long. If you have questions, just unmute and ask away. I'm going to quick scroll the chat, see if I missed anything. 86 messages? Never mind. I'm not going to scroll the chat. You guys are chatty.
Hey, Eric. People are asking about adding in Instagram contacts, and I didn't think there's not a way to import your Instagram, is there?
Okay, that's a great question. So bulk imports from Instagram. Instagram doesn't have an export function like Facebook does. The best way to do this is to add people in manually as you meet or connect with them, right?
That's what I've been doing, and I've just been putting their Instagram name as their first name, and then their last name is Instagram, and it's worked like a charm for me.
Right. That's perfect. And then what you can do is as that relationship builds, maybe you become Facebook friends down the road, you can replace their handle with their real name.
Yep.
And you can go deeper in the relationship. That is why I'm not a big fan of importing your whole Instagram follower list, because they're kind of out of context, and some of them you don't actually ever talk to, right? So I would say bring them in as you meet, as somebody like comments or you've got a little bit of a conversation going, you can add them in. Or if you meet somebody, get a new follower, you can add them in temporarily, try to connect with them, get something going type thing. There are ways though, if you're determined to get your Instagram list in, there are ways to do it. But there's no free way to do it. You have to go buy an app. They're about $10, I think, or $20. That will actually scrape your Instagram follower list and put it in a CSV file for you. So if you're really into that, there is a way to do it. The easiest way to do it is if you have like an idle teenager in your life, is just have them put it in a spreadsheet for you, and then you can save that sheet as a CSV and import it. So
need to find a teenager.
yeah, you know they're always laying around somewhere. Okay, does that help? So yeah. I do there's a training in the Teamzy Help Center on tagging, on using tags. And I actually use the Instagram lead as my example, how I use tags to categorize people as Instagram leads, or other social media leads. Like some of you guys, I don't want to get on a rabbit trail, but some of you guys get to a level where you're going to be running paid Facebook ads and you're getting leads that way. Like there's ways to use tags to really categorize those and go deep with them in Teamzy. I was just going to say one more thing, Ashley, on that, which is however you meet somebody, whether it's on Instagram, Snapchat, from a Facebook ad, in the grocery store, whatever, your goal is to warm up that relationship as quickly as you can. That's the goal. It's not to close them or sell them. It's to start getting a relationship started, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So something with the tags that I've been doing, I don't know if you know what a host to post is, but it's something we've been doing a ton of. And that's where like all of my customers are coming from. So basically offering, that we have free products for a favor. And so somebody else does a post for us. And it's basically like having a party. You're getting contacts with all their friends. So like one of my tags, when I'm adding them on to my Teamzy list, I tag them as an HAP, host to post.
Yes.
But then also like keto is huge for us right now too. And so people that I'm just helping with keto diet and stuff, I have a keto tag too. So I can specifically make sure I'm connecting with them on how's your diet going. So that's another way, like some of you guys just specifically can use that tag too. Somebody's asking, I haven't found, there's not an app for Teamzy, is there?
There's a mobile website. It works just like an app. Let me show it to you.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Where's my plug-in here? I'm going to plug in my phone.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me close all 8 million apps here. How many of you guys have a million apps on your phone always open?
Or my phone battery is always dead.
Okay. So, great. Let me share my screen. So if you go to Teamzy, so you just go to Teamzy on your phone, and if you're an iPhone, it's on Safari. If you're something else, it's Chrome, right? There's nothing else anymore, is there? I think there's the only two. All right, here we go. Okay, so hold on, it's bringing my phone up right now. Bring your shared window to the front. Hold on, let me try this again. You guys didn't see it, did you?
Mm-mm. You told Amy with the being able to work it from your phone.
Oh my gosh, you got to do it from your phone. Are you kidding me? So it's when you go to teamzy.com, that's like our public page, right? Are you guys seeing this yet? Where is it?
No, I've got mine pulled up though, and it looks just like it does on the website.
This is so weird. It says that it's sharing.
It says you're sharing, but it's a black screen.
So weird. Okay, let me try it again. One more try. Never give up. That's what I teach my kids, right? Never give up. I do this all the time. Plugged in. I'm getting the raining.
There you go.
You see my phone?
Well, maybe not your phone. Is that your phone?
I don't see. Oh, my phone's off. Let me try turning it on. Maybe that's why. Nope. Dang it, you guys. Okay, so anyways, I gotta try one more time. I got it. I'll just do that too in a second if it doesn't work this time.
Okay.
Wow, that's so weird. Okay, so look, here's my phone. Wait, let me stop the share so it's big. Oh, I hope I don't crash Zoom. It's like spinning rainbow wheels of death here going on my... Okay, so here's my phone, and right down you can see in the middle, I've saved, here we go. I've saved Teamzy to my, as a button on my home screen. See it right there in the middle, the little Teamzy icon? So I'm gonna push that. Hold on, it needs to see my face to log me in. The Face ID thing's annoying. I liked the fingerprint better. Okay, so look, here's Teamzy. Boom, you guys see that? There it is, mobile. You can do everything on here, including the scripts. So look, I wanted to show you this, but look, here's a person I'm gonna connect with. I'll get a script up. Check this out. So there's my scripts. Can you guys see this? Sorry.
Yep.
Now watch, I'm gonna copy that script. Copy that script, boom, I copied it. Now watch this. I'm just gonna toggle over to Messenger, and I'm gonna paste the script the same way I did before. I can do everything. Look, there it is. I pasted the message into Messenger. I can send it, boom. Awesome. I can do everything here on my phone. So there's your answer. Yes.
Perfect.
It's mobile. You can do this everywhere. In fact, we had somebody in Oklahoma who they had a tornado. Luckily, it didn't hit their house, but it did knock out power for 3 days. And so they were able to do everything from their phone, basically charging it in their car.
Awesome.
Okay, what are the questions? You guys can ask me. You can just unmute and ask too. You don't have to put them in the chat.
Here's your chance, guys. Ask your questions.
I'm scanning you.
You're normally not shy. I was trying to keep up with the questions. I feel like those were the main.
I know I fire hosed you guys with a lot of information. Here's the bottom line. Don't worry about it. If you don't come up with them now, just get in your free trial, start banging around. You'll get questions as you start setting up. But here's the thing I want you guys to know. Like for me, when I started my business, I'm not in network marketing anymore. I'm just Teamzy, just so you guys know. I didn't want there to be any conflicts as I work with big teams. But with me, when I got started, I was doing, just sharing on Facebook or whatever. And I would get a few people every month to join the business that way. And I felt like I was doing really great. When I finally got Teamzy ready to use, and it was very ugly, it wasn't like it is now. The first day that I sent out that message, the one I shared with you guys today. Hey, just stopping by to say hi. Hope you're having an awesome day. How are you? I hope you're having an awesome day. I sent that message to 43 people. And I didn't know what was going to happen. I just sent it to 43 people because I had enough time to send it to 43 people. And it was like an insane month. Mm-hmm. Because I hadn't been messaging people directly. I had just been posting on social media and stuff. And for me, it was November. And November was a very slow month in our network. I don't know, how's that one for you guys? At our network, it was a slow month. And my numbers were so high that I got a personal handwritten card from the CEO of Beachbody that month. And that's when I thought, this thing's going to work. This thing's going to work. So, I just encourage you guys, it does not matter what you've done so far or haven't done so far. If you are, I can see in your faces that you guys are real sincere people. And people know that. If you get out there and use this tool and start connecting with people, you're going to be shocked at the results you get right away. And that's what I want for you guys. Just dive into it. Don't overthink it. Just start messaging people and see what happens. And, oh my gosh, if they respond, just have a conversation with them as if you ran into them face to face. Okay, don't get paralyzed with, they responded, now what? Just talk to them. Mm-hmm. Okay? and you'll be amazed at how many opportunities you'll uncover to talk about your business in a natural way because you're having so many conversations.
Awesome. I love it. It's been a game changer for me. So it's something that I know Allie Antonacci and I had talked the other day when I told her about it. And we just said this is something that we've wished we would have had the last 4.5 years. So it's definitely a game changer.
Well, I'm excited to be here with you guys tonight. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I will send you, Ashley, I'll send you the recording link in the morning so you can share it with the rest of the team. But, again, thanks for having me, you guys. God bless you. Have a great night.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.